Hello everyone, Victoria Free, the game in which I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know that I have to start my timer and it's running. So, let Victoria Free run too. Let's continue. Is it an autosave? No, that's my latest save, which is awesome. Let's do it. And here we are. Bolster political movement. Did I read it? I think so. It's already 19 of 26 weeks. So we did that. Um, I'm sorry, I clicked on it. Okay, I think I read through that political movement. Open any political movement panel. Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I think I've done that. What do you want? Navigate to Lowe's tab on the politics panel. Lowe's. Oh, I haven't. Wait a second. No, I feel like I haven't read that. Seriously. I'm bolstering them because I did that previously, I believe. Might be true. Okay, what's that? Grow GDP? Oh, that's a massive task. Look at that. Okay, and improve access to consumer goods. There's also some kind of advice? Not really. Many of our pops in Flanders are reporting that they are having hard time getting access to fabric. Alleviating these pains for your pops will increase standard of living and help build loyalty. Fabric in the Flanders is less than 20% more expensive than base price. What's the base price? The price of a good when its supply is exactly equal its demand. Well, I have to achieve that, okay. I think I'm going to build, yeah, some textile mills. Expanding 45 weeks, oh my god. Okay, let's go to that journal. Let's read about bolster political movement then. So tell me how first. To bolster political movement, you must first of all have a law that permits it. This is defined mostly by your stance on free speech, currently right of assembly. By enacting different laws, you can grant yourself more or less power to impact this. Next. You can find a list of your currently active political movements on the politics panel. Let's open it. Overview. All political movements can be bolstered, though it may be risky to bolster a movement with high movement activism. Where is that movement activism? Okay, that bottom line says it. So most of them are passive, which is fine. What's the risk, by the way, of that movement activism? This activism is predicted to drift towards passive. Okay. Interesting. Maybe not really. Click on political movement you think looks interesting. Liberal movement. A bolstered political movement does not radically change right away. Only the attraction changes, which will cause more eligible pops to support it over time. Wait a while and you will soon see the impact on the political movement's clout and membership. Clout. Let me read it once again. An interest group's share of the total political strength that pops across the country generate. Okay. Clout is the final word on how influential an interest group is and affects everything from legitimacy and enactment of laws if the interest group is in government, to political movement support and activism if it is in opposition. Okay. It also affects whether the interest group is considered powerful, influential, or marginalized. Okay. Understood. To go back to journal and tell me why. It's gonna say a bit more. Political movements are instrumental in determining and shaping the politics of the interest group in your country. Open politics tab. And now open any political movements panel. Yeah, let me do that. I've already done that, but why not? Political movements will grow or wane in political movement support. Support of political movement is based on the political strength of its supporting popes, as well as the popularity and character traits of any supporting agitators. A political movement with at least agitating 25% activism increases the enactment success chance if you pursue a law they desire, or increases the stall chance if they oppose it. This increased chance is directly based on the support. Should the political movement lead to an insurrection, political movement support will determine how many states it will start with. Okay, interesting. The political movement support grows and wanes along with changing conditions affecting popes in your country. This changing political landscape could come as a surprise to you and derail your plans. Actually true. By taking a more active role in deciding which political movements to support, you can both affect and more easily predict where your country is headed. A bolstered political movement will increase both its pop membership and political movement support over time. This will allow them to more easily influence the ideologies of your interest groups, which in turn can lead to an easier time enacting certain laws. In addition to bolstering political movements you support, you can also suppress those you oppose. Each of these actions costs a certain amount of authority. That's correct. So that's a liberal movement. And I believe it means that, well, movement pressure on industrialists, 46%. The pops that make up 10% out of the total cloud of 23% for industrialists support this political movement, resulting in 46% pressure. If the movement pressure is above 10%, industrialists is considered pressured by the liberal movement. Interesting. And they are both in government? Government. What does it mean? That thingy-majingy around that icon. Because I have no clue. It says in opposition. Here we have in government, but what's that? Really? Is that representation of that, well, that high cloud number? So they are powerful or what? Looks like that. Yeah. Whatever. Here we are supposed to close it and open laws. Your ability to bolster and suppress political movements is governed by two aspects. Your authority capacity, your values in bolstered impact on political movement attraction, currently plus 30%. Why? Oh, right of assembly, okay. And suppression, impact on political movement attraction, currently minus 30%. What? Oh, okay, that suppression is minus 30%. A prominent source for both of these is your current law of right of assembly under the free speech law group. I understand. Here it is. Censorship. Oh my god, really? My goodness. Why such high endorsement? My god. What's wrong with you guys? Very interesting. Okay. Close it. Go to journal then. So that's in the process. Improve access to consumer goods. We are still trying to do that, so also, yeah, I think we can only build those textile mills buildings. Let me find it. Where it is. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's the first textile mill, right? Oh no, it doesn't produce fabric, it consumes fabric. Of course, the game doesn't say it here, but I believe it. Why it doesn't say? For now, it's only the construction. I want to know what it gives me. Oh, look at that. Here we have information, goods production. I can see that here. What if I go to production lens? I click here. Well, still nothing. Kinda annoying. Okay, so livestock ranches. Oh, here we have goods production. So why there's no information about goods production? Like, nothing? Well, okay. And we have livestock ranches. But the problem in fabric is where? In Flanders. Over here. Here we should build it. Yeah. And I would like to expand it then. Do we have enough wheat or grain? It's a good question. Local prices. Oh, here we have it. Cloths. Why it doesn't say that textile mill produce cloths? Cloths. Let me break my tongue. Fabric. So we have deficit. 62 in Flanders. Fair enough. What about grain? God. That's ridiculous. Buildings. I need more of that too. Unless we can change something. Fertilizers would be nice. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I can't really change much about it. We would need some technologies to increase that. Yeah, that would be nice. That's gonna decrease fruit production and sugar. And also that requires fertilizers. Probably we don't have factories for that. Right? No, livestock ranches. That's where we can produce fertilizer. Well, it's basically shit, so... Yeah, makes sense. Also, we could, for example, go for steam-powered thresher machines, but... that generates pollution, which is not cool. And it doesn't also say by how much it's gonna increase anything. No, predict productivity. 0.4 from current. Oh, that's a shitty one, I believe. Look at that. That's gonna give me 1.1. And also a way more grain. Way more grain? Actually. 83. 223. Oh, it says plus 79. Based on the current production. Yeah, well, here we have it. 30, 45, whatever that number means. I have no clue. Like here we have 37. If you see here, it's like 5 and 30. No idea what's that. It's based on the level? I have no clue. But certainly that's something we need. Probably even more than those livestock ranches. And now we have to go over there. So construction is building. Okay, that arts academy. Let's go down. We don't need it. Livestock ranches, no. I think wheat farms first and then livestock ranches. Okay. By the way, do I share that build QE or capacity between my states? It's a good question. I'm curious. By the way, that's a private construction sector. Oh, here we have it. Construction sector in Flanders. Gift 20. Yeah, Wallonia 5, Flanders 5, and base value 10. Okay, yeah, so it's a combined number. Production method. Oh, iron frame buildings. Okay, this is fine. I'm wondering what I'm researching currently. Technology. Bessemer process. Reinforced concrete. Open hearth process. Let me see. Improved fertilizer. I see. What we have over there? Do I remember what kind of technology do I need? Buildings. No, it's Wait a second, it's easier to do it like that. Okay. No, fertilizers? Yeah, fertilizers. What do I need? Where is it? Some predicted price change? No. Well. Why I don't see it? Like, where I can find it? Belgium must have invented improved fertilizers. Okay. Improved fertilizers. Here, 12 years to research it. Holy moly. Seriously? Reinforced concrete. No, I need that. I need to switch to it. I need more I need fertilizers. I need to produce more grain. And then I can focus on creating those fabrics. And since I want to follow the base tutorial, I think this is the good idea. Isn't it? Okay, so let's say it is. Now the third task from the list, grow GDP. This is an open-ended task that makes us of all that you have learned about buildings, markets, and trade to grow the gross domestic product of your country. About trade, no fucking idea. Really. Nothing. I don't know how to do that. I mean, it's done automatically. I have no control over it. Trade is the process of importing and exporting goods. Most trade is conducted autonomously by a trade center via the world market, but countries can also set up treaties to trade goods between them directly. Trade can be an effective way for countries to improve their economic situation. Okay, so... yeah. So trade center does that for us. Does it mean that the higher trade center level, it does it better? Trade capacity and weekly trades. Okay. Fair enough. I don't have construction power to build more trade centers though. Building buildings. Well, they could use a different word. Building buildings. Growing your population, tweaking production methods, and manipulating the market prices are all potential ways to grow your gross domestic product. Tell me how. The easiest way to increase your gross domestic product is to spend money from the treasury on an investment pool to expand your productive buildings or fix the ones that are unproductive. Next. As your economy optimizes, more wealth is created, which over time leads to greater pop consumption. If the increased demand for goods can be fulfilled by local production, those buildings will become even more productive. What? Okay, fair enough. If the demand can be satisfied only by trade, pops who work in the trade center and those producing it in the exporting market benefit from it. Okay, yeah, well, trade. Capitalism. The fastest way to develop your gross domestic product is usually to manufacture consumer goods in high demand from basic resources. If you don't have access to all of those resources yourself, you can import them from a market that does. This does mean it's supposed to break your tongue if you are not native. This does mean that your trade partner will benefit from your economy, which also becomes more vulnerable to disruptions by hostile diplomacy or wars. So choose who you are trading with carefully. That's correct. This is very important, guys. Okay, and now I have to open it once again. And tell me why. It was more like tell me how was more like tell me why. So what tell me why is going to say me? Tell me. Your gross domestic product is a useful way of measuring how powerful your economy is compared to others. Increasing gross domestic product means that your population now spend their time on more productive pursuits, which increases wealth in a country overall. This in turn increases both goods demand and standard of living, which creates more economic opportunities and population growth. Gross domestic product isn't only a metric but does impact a number of other factors. It generates prestige, lets you do more minting. Oh yeah, well, basically creating fake money. In a customs union, What's that? An enforced pact between a senior partner and one or several junior partners to share a single market under the leadership of the senior partner. Oh, usually enforced via power block principle. Additionally, all subject pacts also act as a custom unions. Cool. Cool. You can create unions. This is massive. Well, that game becomes even more complex. In custom unions, it determines your market share. Understand? Holy moly. This is nice, guys. This is really, really nice. Okay. I think it's time to unpause. We have nothing else to do, and I still want to follow that tutorial. What's that? Bolster political movement completed. Okay. Make interest group happy and passing an institutional law. Awesome. Let's go to journal then. And here we have it. Make interest group happy. The landowners seem to have low approval of our government. We should keep them happy to avoid any potential of them becoming radicalized and turning against us. Approval of landowners is greater or equal to +2. They are in opposition. Where is that number? Approval neutral. Who are the landowners, by the way? I mean, I know what it means, but in the game, the owners of great estates and vast plantations. The landowners are custodians of tradition and old money. Of course they are. They don't know what capitalism is. Okay. How we are supposed to do then? How am I supposed to make them happy? Game doesn't want to say me that. Unless I click on no approval landowners and neutral. How can I make other factors? Belgium. So there's -1 because Belgium? Oh, they don't like their own country. Interesting. Okay, so they are unhappy because of elected bureaucrats, no police, and homesteading. No homesteading, by the way. Farmers lay claim to plots of land which they work alongside their hired laborers. Okay. Farmers lay claim to plots of land which they work alongside their hired laborers. No police. I would be in support of police. Absolutely. Is that the current law that we don't have police? Where is it? Okay, here we have. Oh my God! Really? Local police force. Yeah, we want that. How can I support it? Okay, there is a support from landowners, petit bourgeois, armed forces. How can I enact it? Enactment chance is above 0%. Oh really? Bastards. Local police force or dedicated police force? Okay, there's a greater chance of dedicated police force. For sure. I don't know how to do it though. Okay, I think there's a journal entry. Passing an institutional law. Change current policing law. There is a surplus in our bureaucracy. We should look to pass in a law that will allow us to invest the surplus back into our pops. Will complete if Belgium does not have no police enacted. Exactly. Tell me how. And that's a good one. Okay. How to gain an institution. You can see which laws you can enact your success. You can see which laws you can enact, your success chances, and their effects on each specific law group panel. You find them under the laws tab of the politics panel. Boom. Here we are. Click the policing law group under the laws tab in the politics panel. I'm clicking that. Thank you. Your current law in the policing category is no police. This law disables the law enforcement institution, so we have to enact an alternative to get access to it. Oh. Any of the other laws in this category will give us the institution we want, but different laws have different effects both on your country and the institution. What do we mean by the institution? Institutions provide benefits to incorporated states across your country. They cost bureaucracy to maintain in proportion to the number of POPs living in your incorporated states and the institution's investment level. Higher levels increase both the cost and the effect. Adjusting investment levels take a set amount of time. Okay. Any of the other laws in the category will give us the institution we want, but different laws have different effects both on your country and the institution. If you have more options than one, inspect the effects before you decide which to enact. Okay? To even attempt to enact a law, it must have support by at least one government, interest group, or a currently active political movement. One government interest group. Fortunately, neither of these three groups is in my government, as far as I remember. Opposition. Armed forces. Opposition. Landowners. Opposition. Dear God. Look at that. That sucks. The capacity of your current government to enact the law is measured by the chance that the law will pass. Your so-called enactment success chance. Should you fail to pass the law in the first attempt, some other event will transpire and the outcome of that might increase or decrease your chances of success the next time around. The duration between attempts is determined by your legitimacy. Okay. Choose another policing law and start to enact it. If you cannot enact any law, you need to put an interest group that endorses any of the laws in government. Oh my god, really? My god. We need to modify our government then. No, not here. Government. We need to bring in someone. Well, rural folk. From government. Oh my god, I cannot bring them in. Oh my god. That's gonna hurt. That sucks. Why I cannot bring in only one group? Oh, because they are all from Catholic Party, you bastards. Okay, I guess that rural folk will be needed. I can kick them off, right? For some time. Let's go to laws. No police. Local police force. Okay, no. No way! I cannot do that then. Oh my goodness, it sucks so bad. Overview. Government. What if I kick them out from the government? Industrialists. Doesn't sound like a plan. Yeah, it's a legitimate government, unfortunately. There's no chance I can do that. No chance. Marginalized. Yeah, trade unions. As long as they are part of Catholic Party. Can't do shit. That wasn't the best idea to change it. We should let them win. That would be way easier. Armed forces. Can I somehow move you out of get the Catholic Party? Probably not really. Catholic Party. Yeah. That's a problem. Where are the next election though? Government. Where it is. Well, they won. For sure. I don't see the information about it. Where is that? Government. Is there any number of years or days till the next election? Not really. I don't see it. What about here? Here also. No, there previous election results. 29th September 1836. Fortunately, I don't see. Next election is here. Okay, now I see it. Oh my god. What year we have now? 1837. More than 3 years. That sucks. So we can do that. And can we make landowners happy? Oh, neutral. What do you want? Homesteading. You don't like homesteading. Elected bureaucrats. Can we pass any other law then? Government laws. Here we have homesteading. We won't be able to pass it either way, so it's to stay as it is. And what else? That was where it is. North health system. I don't see it. Elected bureaucrats. Now we can try to appointed bureaucrats. Petite bourgeois and armed forces are against it. Taxes 6%. Support is small. And enactment effect on movement activism, liberal movement. Oh my god, really? Yeah, well, elected bureaucrats, I'm in favor of that. Oh, racial segregation. Cultural exclusion. National supremacy, look at that. Okay, what about here? You can change. Oh, presidential republic. Well, there is no support for it. Royalist movement, reactionary movement, they are going. Well, militant. Oh my god. No chance. That would mean. Well. Civil war. I guess. Child labor allowed. Really? Do we allow it? What kind of country we are? Legal guardianship, property women. There's no chance to enact anything. Look at that. Oh. No social security, poor laws. There is a support. Landowners, they don't like it. Oh. So their stance is going to decrease even more. How cool it is. No migration controls. There's no chance. Also, we can do that. I don't know why though. Oh, because yeah, no, wait a second. No, industrialists don't like it. Okay, fair enough. Slavery banned. Health system. Charity hospitals, that would be nice. Who is supporting it? Catholic Church and trade unions. We could bring in trade unions and enact it. There would be some chance, I guess. Religious school. Oh, let's change that. Private schools. Who supports that? Intelligentsia and industrialists. Catholic Church. They don't going to like it. Which is fine, right? Private schools. What's the bonus of it? Minus 40% bureaucracy cost of education. Okay, and here we have public schooling. Who supports that? Intelligentsia. Catholic Church is against. Church. We could try to enact private schools. Yeah, that Catholic Church, that would decrease slightly. Is it a good move, though? They are in opposition. Religious school. Oh, fuck it. I don't give a shit about religious school. What would be the bonus of public schools? Education access and assimilation? Private schools? Wealth, education access, wealth-based. Cost of education. We could try. What's that? Referral, drafting, voting. Let's see. If it goes, if it passes the voting, that's gonna be cool. Setbacks, not really. Let's give it a try. That's a tutorial, right? Since I can't do any other shit, I'm in favor of that. No colonial affairs, homesteading can change the mercantilism, no. Intervention, oh my god, there's so many different laws. Current law, Belgium is already enacting private schools. Oh, okay. That would be nice, but that's gonna decrease landowners' support. What's that, by the way? free company charters, private construction allocation, loan interest rate, stable nationalities, forbid monopolies, capitalist investment pool contribution efficiency, shopkeepers. It's a lot of different laws. Okay, professional army. Okay, so it stays as it is. No home affairs. Probably can do shit about it. Well, voting. Well, we can't do anything else because we are currently trying to pass that law. So let's leave it as it is. And because that would be it, I think it's about right time to finish the episode. We can't complete these 2 tasks for now because we don't have a support group which would like to change the policing law. They are not in our government, so it's basically impossible to do. We have to wait for another election and hopefully we'll be able to change it again, which I doubt unless something changes. Grow GDP, that's doable, and improve access to consumer goods, that's also doable. But first we need to increase our building capabilities, constructing capabilities, and then we will invest in grain because we have quite big deficit in our market regarding grain. And when we have enough grain, we can invest in ranches, so we will be able to produce more fabric and try to decrease its price. And that's it. So that's Victoria 3. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully see you in the next one. We'll try to still continue. Tutorial hasn't finished yet, which is cool. I hope they will provide even more of those information because I see that it's slow, but it's kind of detailed regarding that tutorial. They try to put a lot of different things into play, which is cool, but the process is slow, which is, well, fine. I mean, this is a complex game, so doing things slow, I'm absolutely in favor of that. As you will see in Hearts of Iron 4, I simply finished the tutorial in about 4 episodes, and now I'm just, well, I can either continue the gameplay of Italy or switch to another country, but there is nothing else left. So yeah, in Hearts of Iron 4 tutorial kinda sucks, let's be honest. Here, because of the game's complexity, it's slow and there is a lot of reading. Well, that's obvious, right? It's not the fault of the game. But I see some pattern in that tutorial that they are giving us step-by-step instructions on different things, different matters. So might be a good one. Well, my current assessment slightly increased compared to previous episodes, so this is good. Still, Stellaris is the best, but maybe that's because how game is designed and how, well, it's less detailed in some aspects, but it's well, broader. It includes more things to do, and that's why that tutorial seems to be a bit simpler and better. But we'll find out. Still a lot to do. So once again, thank you, and see you next time. Goodbye.